Welcome to Monster Trailcams, where curiosity stirs and the unexpected thrives. Here, our global community shares footage of the unexplainable, the eerie, and the intriguing creatures that hide in plain sight. We are your hub for bizarre and fascinating finds caught on camera. Click subscribe and join us on this journey of unraveling the world's unseen mysteries. Prepare to be thrilled. This is Monster Trailcams, where the wild remains wild. Here we have a woman who goes to answer her door after hearing someone knocking outside. When she looked through the window, she didn't see anyone there, but the person kept knocking. The woman decided to go out and take a look after the incessant knocking wouldn't stop, but not before she grabbed her video camera in case she ran into someone strange. She opened the door to this surprising sight: an earless goat trying to get inside her home. While the creature looks a bit unnerving, it wouldn't be too surprising if the woman lived on a farm, but here's the catch. She didn't. This was not her goat, nor did it belong to anyone in the area. Of course, there is a chance that the goat merely escaped its fence and went for a long walk and ended up on this woman's doorstep, but there might just be a more sinister explanation. Shapeshifters often use animal forms to go places they can't in their human form. Is that what we're looking at here? Is this a shapeshifter in animal form trying to get in to harm this woman? Your guess is as good as mine. Luckily, she closes the door on the strange goat and it doesn't continue to bother her. Justin Fender, your everyday content creator on TikTok, sharing his car, bike, and family stories with the world. All seemed pretty ordinary until one fateful day when things took a spine-tingling turn. You see, Justin posted a TikTok video showcasing how to install reverse lights on his car.
I'm putting some rear LED lights on my Nissan Xterra. These are the flush mount LEDs I bought off of eBay. They're pretty cheap. The lights are installed. I'm going to take them back out and paint the bumper.
Seemed harmless enough, right? But here's where it gets eerie. One curious viewer popped up, asking just how bright those reverse lights could be. Now, most folks would simply brush it off with a laugh, but not Justin. Oh no, he was determined to show his viewers exactly what his powerful reverse lights could do. During the dead of night, Justin ventures alone into the shadows with his trusty camera in the pitch-black forest. Just him, his car, and the looming darkness. But what he captured in that spooky footage would leave him and his viewers questioning everything.
The lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm going to show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm going to uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
As he flipped on those reverse lights, a chilling sight unfolded before our very eyes. Right there, wrapped around a tree, a pale, bony arm emerged into the dim glow of the lights. Slowly, ever so slowly, it slithered out of sight. Can you imagine the shock and terror that washed over Justin's audience as they saw this eerie encounter? The incident spooked Justin and his followers naturally. So, brave as he was, he decided to investigate the next day.
I'm leaving work. 2 blocks that way is where the arm was. Okay, this road goes down to the lake, which is right there, and a public boat landing. This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it. As you can see, people illegally dump stuff out here all the time. Mostly trash, but a lot of animal carcasses too. And this is the tree. Here we are behind the tree. It's where my Xterra was backed in. I'm about 5'10", I'm not a very superstitious person, so you're not going to get much out of me. I just think, if anything, somebody back here?
But even in the daylight, the forest had an ominous aura. What did he find? Well, he did his best to rationalize it away, claiming it could be a random person, a homeless wanderer, or a hobo seeking refuge in the woods. Could this really just be a mere mortal seeking shelter in the wilderness? Or was something far more paranormal at play? You be the judge. Is it a spectral specter reaching out from the other side, trying to make its presence known? The evidence is perplexing, and the possibilities are hair-raising. The video clip that's been making waves on social media for months is one you might have come across. Uploaded on Instagram by a user, it's drawn significant attention and sparked quite the discussion. The footage takes viewers on a journey with the person behind the camera as they venture into a decrepit bus, long abandoned and now at the mercy of the elements. Just as you start to get a feel for the surroundings, the unexpected happens. Through the layers of grime on one of the bus windows, there appears to be a young girl peeking out. Yet, in the split second the person tries to get a closer look inside the bus, the figure vanishes.
Take a look.
No trace of the girl, no indication she was ever there to begin with. The reaction online was swift. Comments flooded in with intrigued netizens offering their theories. What was this mysterious apparition? Why was she on the bus? Some speculated that a tragic event might have taken place on or near the bus, suggesting the possibility of an accident or some other misfortune. Such theories often lean towards the paranormal, with many believing that the spirit of the girl might be anchored to that particular spot due to the traumatic events that took place there. But as is often the case with purported supernatural sightings, concrete details were scarce. No one seemed to have clear information on when or where this video was taken. Without that context, it becomes challenging to dig deeper, to look for tangible evidence, or to even debunk the alleged ghostly encounter. There's always a mix of skepticism and belief when such incidents come to light. Some viewers might see it as a clever editing trick, a play of light, or even a mere coincidence. Others, however, might genuinely believe they've witnessed a genuine otherworldly phenomenon. Until more information emerges, the origins and explanations behind this eerie clip will remain a mystery. There's another intriguing video clip making the rounds on Twitter that's captured everyone's attention. It features an unidentified sphere suspended in midair. This mysterious object has been dubbed as a UFO sphere due to its unexplained origin and peculiar nature. Remarkably, it bears a striking resemblance to a Pokeball, a popular icon from the Pokémon franchise, thanks to its spherical shape and distinctive white and red color scheme. What makes this footage even more fascinating is the vantage point from which it was captured. The clip was filmed by an individual who was soaring through the sky in a hot air balloon, providing a rather unique and ideal perspective to view the sphere somewhat closely. The object, this so-called UFO sphere, remained mostly still. It was just hovering there in the sky. It didn't exhibit any sudden or significant movements, which adds another layer of mystery. So the questions that beg to be asked are, what exactly is this intriguing object? And what is its purpose or function? These questions continue to spark curiosity and prompt speculation among a wide audience. In May 2021, a night to remember unfolded when a friend of a Redditor shared a captivating video clip. In this footage, an array of peculiar lights could be seen mysteriously ascending into the night sky. There was one observer audibly counting the lights with riveted attention. The lights appeared to organize themselves into a circular formation, rotating in a steady, harmonious motion.
One big ship that's turning.
No, it is
That's
not.
exactly what it is. It's not
At one point, an awestruck bystander exclaimed that it looked like a colossal spaceship floating in the sky. Given the contrast against the dark backdrop, it was challenging to discern the exact nature of these objects.
There are 8. Well, they just keep coming.
As the unidentified objects continued their ascent, their formation seemed to change subtly over time. Many speculated that this spectacle was merely Starlink, the satellite internet constellation managed by SpaceX. The intrigue, however, revolves around what could have caused these lights to arrange themselves in such an unusual pattern. An eerie video captured on CCTV at the Mexico City Plaza Metropole shopping center has stirred up curiosity and unease among those who've seen it. It's not just the images that are unsettling, but the story they tell, and it's worth taking a closer look at what happened. In the video, we see a security guard who seems to be inspecting an empty chair. At first glance, there's nothing particularly odd about this. But then, seconds later, things take a strange turn. The guard waves his hand through the thin air above the chair, as if he's touching someone or something that isn't there. The scene becomes even more puzzling when the guard appears to start a conversation with this invisible person. He seems quite serious as he asks this unseen entity to leave the premises. To an onlooker, it would look as if he's talking to thin air, yet his body language suggests that he's engaged in a real conversation. From another CCTV angle, we see the same security guard walking and then double-checking to make sure he's not being followed. His behavior is cautious, almost fearful, and it adds to the overall sense of mystery. After a few more seconds, the video shows the guard opening a door in a panic and quickly running inside. It's as if he suddenly realized that something is really off about his situation. His reaction is intense, and it leaves viewers with a lingering sense of unease. Could it be that the guard was just tired from his shift, and his fatigue led him to see things that weren't there? Or might there be something more to this story, something that defies easy explanation? The video from the Plaza Metropole shopping center in Mexico City doesn't offer any clear answers. Instead, it opens up a world of questions and speculation, leaving us to ponder what might have been happening in that seemingly ordinary space. This next video was taken with a phone camera at an amusement park, and at first glance, it seems to be nothing more than a casual vlog of someone enjoying their time there. The operator was just capturing the rides, the games, and the general atmosphere of fun that you'd expect from such a place. It's the kind of video you might see shared by anyone who's having a great day out. But if you slow down the video and pay close attention, something unsettling appears in the bottom left corner of the screen. There's a young girl with long black hair and pale skin, and her mouth is wide open. It's a fleeting image, and at first it might be dismissed as just a trick of the light or a weird angle. As the camera angle shifts into a new position, you lose sight of the girl, and everything seems to return to normal. The bizarre incident appears to be forgotten, and you might even convince yourself that you imagined it. However, when the camera angle shifts back to the girl's location, something has changed. Her features seem to have twisted into a horrifying expression that's eerily similar to Kayako Saeki from the famous Japanese movie, The Grudge. The video, which started as a typical vlog of a day at the amusement park, suddenly takes on a creepy and unsettling tone. The appearance of the girl and the way her face changes raises questions and sends a chill down your spine. Is it a hoax? A clever bit of video editing? Or might there be something more mysterious at play? Without more context, it's hard to say for sure, but the video certainly captures the imagination and leaves you with a lingering sense of unease. The internet buzzed with excitement and intrigue following the release of a video clip that had many asking a seemingly age-old question: do werewolves really exist? This whirlwind of discussion took root in May 2022 after an unusual photo was shared on the popular platform Reddit. A trail camera was strategically mounted about 8 feet high on the perimeter fence of the Amarillo Zoo in Texas. This camera wasn't expecting to capture anything more than perhaps a wandering animal or two. However, during the early hours of one fateful morning, it took a photograph that has since captivated countless netizens. In the captured image, there's an obscure, hairy creature that stands on 2 legs, much like humans do. It's positioned to the right of the frame, and its body is blanketed in fur, with a face bearing a striking resemblance to that of a canine. Given its peculiar stance and features, it didn't take long for some Reddit users to label this mysterious entity as a werewolf. The groundskeeper of the zoo, just as surprised as anyone else by this discovery, turned to the Reddit community seeking clarity and insights. As expected in such digital forums, the image was met with a plethora of reactions. While a segment of users were entirely convinced they were staring at evidence of a real-life werewolf, many were skeptical. Among the skeptics, creativity and logical deduction were in no short supply. Some hypothesized that the figure could merely be a raccoon captured in a unique and misleading stance. Others thought it might be a piece of trash that had blown up against the fence, creating a deceptive silhouette that played tricks on the eyes. But herein lies the real conundrum. Despite the flood of theories and speculations, the true nature or origin of the creature captured in the photograph remains elusive. No one has so far presented conclusive evidence to identify it or debunk its existence. Until that happens, or until a more persuasive explanation emerges, this image stands as one of the captivating unsolved mysteries in the digital age. It serves as a testament to the wonders and uncertainties that still lurk in our world, waiting to be discovered or explained, ensuring that our natural human curiosity remains ever alive and eager. Ella Ruth Muldong had a simple plan for her day in May 2022, enjoy the refreshing embrace of a Philippine river. Yet, when she shared a video clip of her outing, viewers were treated to something much more intriguing than a blissful swim. The footage held an unsettling feeling that captured the internet's fascination. The video starts off unassumingly. Ella dives into the water, reveling in its coolness, but if you watch closely, a peculiar detail emerges. Right as Ella goes under, it seems like there's another pair of legs trailing close behind her. It could be easy to dismiss, except for one thing. When she goes underwater a second time, those legs are gone, disappeared, vanished. Now you might think maybe someone else was swimming nearby and simply swam out of frame. That's where it gets even stranger. The video distinctly shows that, besides Ella, no one else was swimming in that vicinity. On the riverbank, sure, there's a group of people, but they're quite a ways off. It's evident they're not the ones behind this mystery. Ella was as perplexed as anyone else. She's adamant that she was by herself in that particular spot. As for the mysterious legs that seemed to momentarily join her, she's got no answers. The video spread like wildfire, each viewer forming their own theory. A rather eerie idea gained traction. What if the river was haunted? Curious whispers arose, suggesting that Ella jump into the locale's history. Perhaps there was a sorrowful narrative tied to the river, some whispered, reminiscing about tales they'd heard of individuals who had tragically lost their lives there. Could it be, they wondered, that the legs belonged to a restless spirit, caught between our world and the next? However, not everyone was aboard the ghost train. Skeptics raised their own hypotheses, grounding them in science and logic. Some speculated that the apparition was nothing more than an illusion, perhaps a combination of sunlight, the river's movement, and the bending of light in the water. They argued that it could have been a mere trick of the eyes. But whether you lean toward the mystical or the scientific, one thing's undeniable. Ella's video ignited a flame of curiosity. As some embark on quests for ghostly proof and others debate the physics of light and water, the river silently watches on, cradling its secrets close and perhaps, just perhaps, waiting for the next adventurer to uncover its mysteries. In this video, uploaded by a user on TikTok, A dog appears visibly unsettled, its gaze intensely focused on something in the distance.
Luna, Jackson, come here, please. Come here. Come behind. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At first glance, you might miss what has caught the dog's attention. However, if you look closely, a faint and shadowy figure can be seen lurking amidst the bushes further ahead. The dog's reaction is unmistakable. It's picking up on something that isn't quite right. But what exactly is this mysterious figure? Could it be a paranormal presence, like a shadowy spirit? Or could it be just a person with some potentially harmful intentions? Viewers of the video had their own theories, and a resounding sentiment among many was to trust the dog's intuition. As one astute viewer commented, if a dog barks, it's usually signaling something it comprehends or recognizes. But when a dog is on high alert and remains eerily quiet, that's a potential red flag. Given the widespread advice and the unmistakable apprehension shown by their dog, the family in the video chose not to take any chances. They decided to respect and trust their pet's instincts, opting to turn around and head back the way they came. This incident underscores the profound bond and understanding animals have with their environment. They often notice nuances and subtleties that humans might overlook. Whether this ability comes from a sixth sense tuned into the supernatural or from a keen awareness of potential dangers, the message is clear. We should pay attention to the cues given by our animal friends. Their instincts, sharpened through thousands of years of evolution, might offer us knowledge or even safeguard us in ways we might not fully understand. The deep-rooted instincts of animals, especially those we consider family, shouldn't be brushed off. In moments of uncertainty, such as the one depicted in the video, heeding the signals of our animal companions might just be the wisest move. After all, they perceive the world differently than we do, and that unique perspective might be exactly what we need in situations that leave us second-guessing.
That wraps it up for this episode. If you want more of this type of content, then consider subscribing. This is Donovan Dredd signing off. Take care, everyone.